Well, hello there everyone and welcome to another little reaction video here on this channel for Eurovision 2026. This year's host entry is coming from Austria. I'm sure all of you know that because of course Austria won Eurovision last year in 2025, and Austria have decided, if I remember correctly, I remember reading something about them actually hosting a national final this year, which I don't think Austria's done for quite a while. So this is like the creme de la creme from Austria, I suppose, to represent them on home soil. And they ended up going for an artist called COSMÓ with a song called Tanzschein, which, when you've got the word Tanz or Tanzen in your title, I'm expecting something upbeat and fun. That could be, of course, just deceiving for me and just false expectations. But we're going to see here what Austria has offered up for us in Eurovision this year. Let's take a listen, shall we? And there's the beating heart, Eurovision Song Contest. And the song is about to begin. I like the kind of very, what do you say, like very distinct punch from like this little bass walk here. It's just a lot of attack on it. It doesn't really stick around, you know? Nice contrasting rhythms here. From like the guitar kind of harmonizing with that. That's actually really nice. Whispering vocal style as well. Neat progression so far, leading into a nice little bridge here. More melodically focused. Playing up with the color filter here, fading into the chorus, I suppose. I expected something a little bit more energetic here for the chorus, but we're building towards something here. I like these kind of contrasting rhythms that they're using. Great flow. Nice little palm muted electric guitar coming in here. 2 layers of it as well, one in each ear. It's kind of fun. Let's play from like rhythmic breakups as well. Alright, bridge is back, I suppose. It's kind of nice hearing German in this way as well, you know? Fits this kind of track very nicely. I like the vocal aspect of this. I'm not super sold on this chorus. Like, it's the same thing again with the chorus, you know? Very minimalistic, kind of held back. Kills the energy a little bit, but it's gonna be interesting to see how they perform it, of course. Growl on YouTube, why not? Melodic switch up here in the middle 8. Nice. Very playful with like just detailing in both sides of the ears here with the panning. It's kind of nice. This is a neat switch up, you know? Something brand new for the finale here. Vocal variation mainly, you know? New melodic lines, but you still got the instrumental concept being very much maintained. I would have wished for this part to be a bit more vocally expressive, you know? Maybe like for the final chorus to not be a whispery one. The synth work has definitely been kicked up here for the finale as well. Okay, this is kind of an interesting one to, you know, be the host entry and stuff. I mean, it's upbeat and it's quite catchy in many aspects and quite a fun listen, to be completely honest. I think that vocally it does. I'm a little bit like, I'm apprehensive towards it because it's relying so much on this whispery vocal style for the choruses. Like, these are the parts that sell the track, and they're kind of using minimalism every single time. Maybe it would have been nice to actually feel the development happen there and actually have something fresh and new towards the end. They do a little bit of variation, but it's like the actual final chorus that I'm left a little bit underwhelmed by, because it's just kind of going for the same thing as previous choruses. Because they've kind of been building up to new sections and new ideas throughout like the middle 8 part there, and then leading into the final chorus, there are new melodic ideas being established within the track, but then they don't fully embrace that because they kind of go back to the previous choruses in the same kind of approach there for the finale. Instrumentally, it switches up a little bit. I think there's quite a lot of playful detailing within the instrumental of how they kind of use rhythms, and there are a few breaks and pauses in there to just, you know, kind of, they hook you with the groove of the track because it's definitely nicely established in there. The drumming is very on the beat, very tight kind of percussive arrangement, and then that works with these super distinct bass notes and the little funky guitar inputs. Nice kind of rhythmic patterns just being stacked on top of each other, and they are very distinct, which creates a dynamic soundscape in the background. So that's actually really neat. But maybe the thing that I'm lacking a little bit then is like that melodic actual hook in the choruses, because I feel like melodically, from the vocal aspect, the verses and the bridges, they're really nice. They kind of, I mean, I like the use of the German language within this track is really cool, actually. I find that to be refreshing because I don't hear that much German music, so, you know, that could be just a neat thing. But it fits this style of music very nicely. It has a great kind of collective sound, both the instrumental working with the sound of the language. And particularly in those bridges, you feel like they're definitely building towards something. You feel the energy being established in there and kind of developed. But the choruses, instead of really expanding on that concept, they go backwards, and they kind of hold it, the minimalism, and they utilize these choruses. They kind of feel like, you know, devices just to be catchy or memorable. Like it's a bit of, I suppose, like a viral trend or something. Like you want the chorus to be maybe not overly expressive, maybe not too much. It's just there to be snappy, catchy, and a little bit quirky and fun. And I think that's really what it's doing here. But I would have loved it so if they could have put that final chorus and actually show for some vocal switch up there, like the vocals actually being elevated into properly full out sang performed vocals, maybe a little bit of harmony in there to really just kind of make sure that the song feels like it's definitely developed somewhere from its starting point, because it kind of feels like it trundles along in the same place because of these choruses always going backwards, because the song is trying to build up some energy, some excitement, and then the choruses always just fall back into this kind of groovy and catchy and a little bit of a comfortable and safe hook that will stick to people's minds but doesn't challenge anyone, and it doesn't challenge the song, which I think is the main thing here. I would have loved for the song to actually challenge itself by feeling like a proper development at the very end there. All in all, I feel like this could be one of these tracks that I actually return to a little bit, because it is a catchy one and it will probably get stuck in my head. It hasn't been stuck there yet, but this was my first listen. But I feel like there are enough fun details within this track and enough creative ideas that they've put together here. And, you know, definitely character to this song as well. It has its identity. It's utilizing that. I'm looking forward to see how they perform it. Maybe they can kind of elevate the setbacks of the track with an eye-catching performance or something like that. Because this song has its moments, and I feel like I could connect with it. I just had a different approach in mind when I listened to it, of how I kind of expected it to turn out and how I probably would have wanted it to turn out, especially towards the end. But those are just my opinions now from the first listen. I might change my mind already tomorrow, who knows. But please let me know what you think of this little host entry for Eurovision 2026, Tanzschein by COSMÓ here. And let me know in the comments if you want to. I will be looking forward to reading all about that if you share your thoughts. Other than that, please join me for the next little review, which is coming up, you know, whenever, sometime soon. And yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.